Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're just going to jump right into the first thing we're going to meal prep, which is going to be a breakfast prep. So this is a breakfast bowl. It's a kielbasa potato hash with scrambled eggs. So let me show you the ingredients. First up, of course, we're going to need some eggs to go along with this and also some vegetables. So I'm going to be using 8 of these cage-free brown eggs. I have 4 servings of the potatoes, which a serving is 3 ounces. I have a whole package of the turkey kielbasa, that Polska, I think it's Hillshire. I have some frozen onions, and then I have some bell peppers. So I have a half of a red, half of a yellow, and a half of a green bell pepper. And what I'm going to do is just going to put all these things together. So let's go ahead and cook up these breakfast bowls. First up, we're going to cook our potatoes. So in my pot here, I just have some cooking spray with those potatoes, and then I'm going to use the Kinder's The Blend, which you guys know is my favorite, salt, pepper, garlic. And then in another pan, I'm going to go ahead and cook up the kielbasa. I just have a little bit of cooking spray in there as well. And I kind of let them cook just a little bit too much, but they still tasted really good. And there's only a few of them that got a little crispy, and they're not as dark as it shows on here. Same with potatoes. The potatoes came out a little bit dark, but for some reason on camera, it makes them seem like they're super dark, but they're not that bad. And we're going to add to that same pan as the kielbasa, we're going to add in all the veggies, and I don't need to add any additional cooking spray because just that little bit of fat coming off of the turkey sausage was enough to get this cooking. That's why I like to cook the veggies last, because it kind of gets that extra flavor there from the kielbasa. And of course, I'm going to add in the salt, pepper, garlic. Again, this is my favorite seasoning. I get it at grocery outlet previously, but then I found it at Costco, and so I buy the big, huge one at Costco, and then I just keep refilling my little one. This is absolutely the best. I can't even tell you guys how much I love the spices from Kinder's. Okay, so we're just going to cook these up for about 10 minutes or so until they're nice and cooked through, and then once the potatoes are done, we're going to and just add those to the vegetables. Now, I like to cook the potatoes separately just because they tend to get a little bit crispier, and when you cook them all with the other veggies, they get a little bit soggier. So if you want soggier or, less crispy potatoes, just go ahead and cook them all together. Either one is fine. Then I'm going to add in my really cooked kielbasa. Again, it still tasted amazing. And then we're going to go ahead and start getting the eggs ready. Again, another Kinder's seasoning. This is the Buttery Steakhouse. Amazing in eggs. You got to try it. I'm just going to whisk these up, and then we're going to cook the eggs. And then we're going to just put all of our stuff together. So here we are with all of our containers here. Now, this actually made 4 servings, but I did have this for breakfast when I was meal prepping. So I can tell you guys, tastes amazing. Highly recommend. Just so you know, I always undercook my eggs just a little bit, so then when they reheat, they're not as rubbery. These breakfast bowls come in at 416 calories, 30 grams of protein, and 7 points. And that may vary depending on the ingredients that you choose. As far as the turkey sausage, if you don't have the exact same one I had, then that may change the points a little bit, but 30 grams of protein, y'all. You cannot beat that for just starting off your day. Next up, we're going to be making some fried cauliflower rice, and I feel like I make this totally different every single time I show you guys. So when I have this for lunch, I'm going to actually be pairing it with these mini wontons, but the points and calories that I'm going to give you is going to be only for just the fried cauliflower rice. I'm not going to cook up the wontons now. So first up, we need some rice cauliflower. I'm going to use the entire bag here, the 12 ounces. I'm going to use this entire 16 ounces of the 98% fat-free ground chicken, which is 0 points, by the way, because it is 98% fat-free. I'm going to add in some garlic paste, and then I'm also going to add in this entire package of mixed vegetables. And then I always do my seasonings a little bit different, or my sauces. So this time I'm going to use this sugar-free Thai wing sauce, which I've never had before. And then we're also going to do some liquid aminos, some sesame oil, and then some rice vinegar. And then again, here are the mini wontons that I will be pairing it with when it is time to have it for lunch. Definitely use any sauces you'd like, make it your own, but I do recommend the sesame oil. By far, that's the one thing you do not want to leave out because it definitely makes the dish. So first up, we are going to be cooking up this chicken breast. Now, I did add just a tiny bit of cooking spray in there, only just because this is so lean that sometimes it'll stick a little bit. but I just added just a tiny spray. Again, salt, pepper, garlic. We're going to use some of that in here because, again, the ground chicken, the 98% fat-free, can be just a little bit bland. It's kind of like, it's not as bad as the 99% fat-free ground turkey. The ground chicken does have a little bit more flavor. It's just harder to find. I do find this at my Kroger store. That is the only place I can find it. The other ground chicken I find is like the 94% lean. And I'm just going to add in some of these liquid aminos to the chicken, and also just like a tablespoon of this sugar-free Thai chili wing sauce. And then we're going to do a tablespoon of rice vinegar. Now, I'm not going to do the sesame oil yet. I'm just adding this part to the ground chicken, again, just to kind of layer those flavors. So I did about a tablespoon of each of those in just the ground chicken portion of this. Now, meanwhile, I am microwaving the rice cauliflower because I just prefer to have it kind of almost all the way cooked through or thawed out at this point. And also my mixed vegetables are just thawing out on the counter. I just think it helps like the dish come together a little bit faster. So putting in the entire bag of rice cauliflower. Now I am splitting this between 3 servings because I want that extra like boost of protein from the ground chicken, and it doesn't add very many points. So I figure, why not? We're just going to do 3 servings. So we're going to go ahead and mix this all around. And then we're going to add in our mixed vegetables. Now I like to just kind of do this first just to get that cauliflower and the ground chicken all cooked, just kind of mixed up really well before we add in our vegetables. So the vegetables, like I said, I've been thawing out on the counter, but they're still just a little bit frozen. And I'm just kind of judging it a little bit. I kind of put about half in there, mixed it around, then I decided, nope, we're going to put the whole bag in there because why not? And extra veggies are good for us. So I end up adding the whole bag in there. But again, you can use whatever veggies you want to use. These are just my favorite ones to use in this fried cauliflower rice. And if you are a person that does not like rice cauliflower, I think you would like this recipe because this is really the first time that I started liking cauliflower rice was when I made it into this fried cauliflower rice. So highly recommend it. So we're going to do the liquid aminos. Again, you can use whatever sauces you want. I do suggest the coconut aminos as well, but it does add more points in calories. The rice vinegar, again, is just kind of a little pizzazz. And then a sesame oil is a must. We're going to do a tablespoon of the sesame oil and probably about a tablespoon of each of the others as well. You could also use the sweet chili sauce from G. Hughes, which is also the sugar-free, or the sugar-free teriyaki, or the sugar-free stir-fry sauce, all from G. Hughes. Highly recommend any of those in your rice cauliflower. This was the one I had in my pantry, so why not? Let's use it up. And here we go. So the rice cauliflower is all done. Now like I said, I make this into 3 servings. For each serving, we're looking at only 1 point, not counting the chicken wontons. Those, whatever you end up having for those, how many you have. But this whole thing is 1 point for 1 serving of it, 338 calories and 40 grams of protein. That's why I like to split it between 3 servings because it's filling and you get that protein. Plus, those wontons are also going to add in more protein. So definitely will be a big protein lunch day for me. Now, if you watch my daily What I Eat videos, this will not be a surprise to you because I told you guys I was going to make the caramel apple protein pudding in a full big batch versus just the individual that I had last week. I also want to make sure I give credit again to Kim over at the Prep Whisperer because she's amazing and she has always been a great supporter of my channel, as I am of hers, since basically the first time I started YouTube. I really feel like she has been a part of my YouTube journey from the very beginning. And so I just want to give her a shout out because she made her candy apple salad, which I have made so many times over my Weight Watchers journey. And I kind of created this recipe off of that recipe, as you guys will see. And I haven't made this in so many years. And she kind of just jogged my memory when she made that in her meal prep a couple weeks ago. So check her out. I will have her link down below. Now for the ingredients, you're going to need some apples. I used about 3 small Honeycrisp apples, which was a little bit too many, so you just kind of have to judge it. I did have some fresh pineapple left over from the weekend. Then Kim uses pineapple in hers. I've never done it that way in all the years that I've ever made this salad. So I'm going to go ahead and add it in there. Hopefully it doesn't take away from the caramel apple flavor. And then I have a container of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. This is a full 32-ounce container. And then I have some sugar-free butterscotch pudding. That's the key to make it taste like caramel. For some reason, it just tastes just like caramel covered apples. So good. So you can use the Jello brand butterscotch pudding, or if you have a store brand, whatever you want, as long as it's a sugar-free butterscotch pudding. Now this could not be easier. You're literally just going to take your entire container of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, put it into a rather large bowl because you really need to mix this around good to make sure you get the pudding mixture and the Greek yogurt really mixed up really well, because otherwise you get like this Greek yogurt, like if you don't mix it up well enough, believe me, you'll have like this huge glob of Greek yogurt at the very bottom that has nothing mixed in it. That happens to me every single time. So you want to go and take your pudding, and you're just really going to have to work it, because the more you mix, if you never had protein pudding before like this with the sugar-free pudding mix with Greek yogurt, it gets thick, and it gets thick really fast. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the pineapple. I'm hoping this does not take away from the caramel apple flavor, because I'm not even kidding you guys. Caramel apples all the way is what this pudding tastes like. And then we're going to add in the apples. Now again, make sure you have a big bowl so you can really get it mixed up. It did take me a while to get it mixed up like this, and I did try it, and it is really good. So you guys, this is actually 4 servings because the pudding is 4 servings. And if you put this into the tracker with more than 4 servings, it actually comes out to 0 points. But with the way I put it into my tracker with 4 servings, it comes out to 1 point, and it's a large serving, a nice size dessert. Only 203 calories and 23 grams of protein. Again, you can get those calories down and the points to 0 if you do maybe 5 or 6 servings. It's really up to you, however you want to plug it into your tracker. But I'm okay with a 200 calorie dessert that is this large and gives me that much protein and only 1 point, y'all. And that is this week's meal prep. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already. It really does help out my channel. And this is Vlogmas, so when I say I'll see you tomorrow, I'll really see you tomorrow. So you guys have a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.